I don't know. I'm just holding like this. I got the pinky out. You know, what you put the pinky out on?
Man, listen, that's player. I think it's tea. I think it's tea. When you sipping the tea, yeah, man. Not the yak or the MD 2020.
Pop champagne. Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
The night they invented champagne.
Champagne room. Welcome to the champagne life.
Fly to the sky on champagne.
Where trouble is a bubble in a champagne glass.
McJames.
Pop champagne.
What up? We at it again. You are in the champagne room. I'm your host.
I'm the host with the most. Raise your glasses, let's share a toast.
Mr. Now Orthodox. And I got my boy here. His name is X. We both from the city. We both from Dayton.
I get it in. 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 My God, get it in.
Got it out the mud. We about to chop it up, man. This is his brand right here. You see that? Black Dollar brand.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, it's an honor to be here. First off, brother, I'm glad that you invited me up here.
Already
in the champagne room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We give people they flyers while they here.
Bring my flowers now while I'm living.
Man, I love the whole concept. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
It's called the Champagne Room, where it's always a celebration. And how the theme goes is it's always celebration because we're always celebrating success. We're about to listen to a success story. I'm about to ask them a series of questions. And we're going to pop some champagne. Be on you. You go ahead and pop that.
Ready to get this going?
Yeah, man. Bitches.
Wow.
Right there.
Grab that.
Yeah. Put the angle on it for you. So I was a server. I know how to put that angle on it.
Man, I couldn't do that
Boom.
shit. I tried the server life, but you know how that went with me.
Oh, you were at
Chili's.
Chili's.
Yeah.
And I was at Outback Steakhouse.
At Outback, Big Australia is back. So for a limited time.
So, a toast to life and to the champagne room, where it's always celebration, where we're celebrating success. My first question I want to ask is, pretty much, what does the average day consist of for you?
Like just a regular day when I'm handling business all together, or just my daily lifestyle. Like,
Give me give me the business. Give me the business. No matter of fact, give me the business and then mixed in with the daily lifestyle. You having a son and you a dope father, man.
I appreciate that, man. Definitely. Most of my days really consist of business. Like, for real, especially nowadays, like, I don't really have too many like daily lifestyle type of ordeals where I can like chill out, and it's like I got days where I'm really sitting back too much. My day literally consists of 5, 6 in the morning. Boom, I'm already up. I'm up. I'm trying to be up before everybody else. I'm getting my thoughts together before I actually wake up, you know, to go to work. I do my 9 to 5, of course. You know, you gotta have that income coming in that's consistent. Mm-hmm. And then really after I knock out my regular 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? Soon as I get off work, I'm automatically, I probably was working at work, so I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna do after work, at work. So as soon as I get off, literally I'm getting right to my clothing business. So I'm hitting the website, I'm hitting, you know, my IG, I'm hitting my Facebooks, you know, all the socials, and I'm checking my messages to see who put in orders, or I'm working on previous orders, like bulk orders and stuff like that, to already get shipped off. So that's literally how my days go for the most part. Of course, you got your in-betweens, but
because you got a business, because you got a dream and you building something, and this is just the beginning, and you know, this is being your business right now, how is work for you?
Fuck, I hate this fucking job.
Do you suffer at work? Do you suffer, or does work really bother you? Usually work don't bother you when you have a dream.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like the little shit in between, having to go to work, you know, clocking in. When you know that you're going to be successful, well, I can see both. I can see it being a double-edged sword, because some people, because when you know you're going to be successful, some people don't have patience.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
Because when you know you're about to have something,
That's key. Yeah.
it's kind of like, you hate work. But when you got patience, work is just work because I'm just doing this until
I get to where I gotta go. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'd be a lie to tell you like, oh man, work hard at your dream and your job is easy. That's not the case. I get frustrated all the time. I'm not about to sit here and pretend as if I don't. At the end of the day, I look at my job as a stepping stone though. So even though I may have my days I get a little frustrated, it goes away quickly. I mean, it's quick moments. I'm gonna just say that. I get frustrated, but it's quick moments because you're thinking like, okay, I'm working for this corporation as a stepping stone. I'm pretty much using them how they're using me. At the end of the day, I'm learning and growing from them. Not to say I'm not gonna do what I gotta do, because I feel like how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're gonna bullshit at work, what you doing outside of work? You know what I'm saying? So I go to work to take care of business and do what I gotta do and be the best I can be. And that within itself, with me being the person with a competitive spirit like I got, I'm gonna challenge myself, and it's gonna be times where I'm hard on myself. So it's frustrating because I want to be the best at everything I do. But also I use it as a stepping stone. I learn tools from every job that I work for. I learn tools from. Like we were just talking about being servers, right? That within itself teaches you what? Customer service.
Yeah.
Because you gotta cater to people that they want their food a certain way. And when you mess with somebody's food,
You mess with somebody's food, yeah.
you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Because we don't want our food messed up.
Exactly. So, you was a server, so you know how that lifestyle go. But that taught me. See, I took tools from that. So a lot of people was frustrated with doing a serving thing, and me, of course, I'm gonna be frustrated. But I made a good amount of money there because my head was level. I always knew and seen the bigger picture, which is why I quit before I did this thing. See, in July is when I decided, you know what?
You stacked that bread, didn't you?
Man, listen.
I'm getting money.
You were smart about it.
It's all growing pains. That's the thing about it. And as well too, that's why I say even when we're talking about, the daily work life and then lifestyle, right? So my whole life ain't about to consist of me just working and sweating and, not having any type of fun. I mean, you firsthand know when we step out, right?
Yeah, already.
So it's like at the end of the day, we gonna enjoy life. We gotta have a balance though, and that's what keep you level-headed enough to move to the next level too. Because when you have a work-life balance like that, that draws what? New ideas. So the new ideas that I learn from, whether I'm kicking it while I'm out, because while I'm out, I'm thinking the new stuff to do. I'm looking at all the stuff people wearing. I'm looking at the trends and clothes and colors and stuff like that. That stuff within itself is having me, be able to advance in my own business and my work life. But I'm still having fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's a passion too. So, yeah, man, I stacked that bread when I was a server because at the end of the day, I knew it was a bigger picture, and I knew I wanted to make my money work for me.
Right.
And that is what drives you to be able to get the money and enjoy life and also move to the next level.
I'm getting money.
Definitely.
But I like what you said, balance. Everything's a balance, no matter how good we get at controlling our emotions or not letting someone else control our emotions, we're still human. So we still have our emotional moments, like you said. Being at work, when you was at work, yes, you're learning patience. Every day we're learning patience, right? And yes, you're going to be successful, but I'm still human. So you still have them days at work to where you like, oh,
man, it's dragging.
But then you're a little more ahead of the curve,
right? And
then it ain't. I hope I be successful. You're going to be successful.
Exactly.
So the human side of you goes shit, and then you go, no, I'm good. I ain't tripping.
See, just like you said, right? So in my mind, I know I'm already there. See, I planned this years ago. You know what I mean? I was talking about this years ago, and it was an idea. Yeah, man, it's a balance, but I love it, man, because my passion has been closed, and just to go down too in depth a little bit, not to get too off subject. Even with what you do right on a daily basis, your passion. Like me personally, I don't know about you and everybody else, but I always like to get fly.
I'ma pull up on your clean, pop out on your green.
Everybody, every time I pull up anywhere, everybody like, oh,
Always
X got something different on, or he doing this, doing that, right?
I ain't ever. Is my grammar right? Ever? I ain't ever.
Ever. Not
I ain't
ever.
Seen him not fresh.
Yeah,
I mean, every day, man. You put it together well, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. You know, and the thing about it is, it's not even the fact I'm trying to impress people. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the thing is, it ain't on me, it's in me.
Message.
You know what I'm saying? So if you take a look at, you know, my family, you look at my uncles and my peoples, it's in us to be into fashion and dressing up and stuff, right? But you know, that years ago had brought about that idea, even with me doing a clothing line. I said, man, I done bought Nike, I done bought Jordan. You know, I got a 47 hat on. I'm buying all these different brands, right? Why I don't have my own brand?
Right.
I said, man, why I don't have anything where I
see
can,
that makes sense.
I can
That
market
fits you.
Exactly.
Because I ain't gonna call you because you're not a a few seconds ago you was talking about balance.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, you know, some people, I'll make sure I get back to, I'm tying it all together, but a few seconds ago you was talking about balance, because I think I was initially saying how you take care of your money, your server money, and you wasn't just blowing it.
Exactly.
But then your balance is so good that you know how to still have fun, still take care of yourself, still shop, still be able to spend, but you're taking your money and you're putting it where it needs to go. You're splitting it to where, you know, the money I'm spending is the money that says spend.
Yeah.
But I've already put this over here for this, and I already got everything prepared where it needs to go.
A lot of people don't know this, right? And I'm glad he brought that up. So a lot of people don't know this with clothes. And I'm never ashamed to keep it real and give out information. I'm intimidated by no man and no woman, right? You know, a lot of people, nah, man, you know, I got this from the Lolo spot. I don't mind it because I got my own wave, right? So when it comes to clothing and stuff like that, I don't just blow every bit and piece of my money to impress people, right? Or to dress fly. I like to be clean, to look clean, it makes you feel good when you clean. So I buy clothes and stuff like that. Once I'm done wearing it, you know, a few times or whatever with us, and I'm done with it, I'm ready to move forward, I sell them. So I sell them, and the money that I take from selling them, I go buy new stuff. Because I'm not about to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on clothing. You'd be a fool, right? Because, you know, that's a liability. That's not an asset.
Message.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Once it come off that shelf and you put it on your body, it depreciated. Like a car, when you pull a car off a lot, you know, it depreciate, right? I had a homie, matter of fact, tell me, he said, man, I wore this already, man, I can't go out. And I said, what? Bro, you spent your hard-earned money. I don't know, with me, I got confidence to repeat an outfit, and I'm going to tell you why. I got too much stuff. You go, listen, you can say, man, X, man, I seen you wear that on the gram, so I can go pull something out that got tags on this. Like, what you know what I'm saying? So that's confidence, too. That's why I said, it's not on me, it's in me, right? My confidence speaks louder than the clothes I wear. So that's how you know I do it for me.
Yeah.
And also, that's how I knew it was a passion to get into, to be able to.
And that's why it correlates and rolls into you building your own brand. Because you ain't out here trying to impress nobody, but then it hit you. I'll just start my own. Because it ain't like I need to get this because it's Louis Vuitton. I need to buy them because they Jordans. It's like, you know what? If I want to get a jumpsuit now, you know what? I'll make me a Black Dollar jumpsuit. Put the Black Dollar down the leg.
And
you know
it's crazy now that you said that, and now that I think about it too. I don't like buying, because, you know, right now I'm just doing shirts. I'm about to transition into the shorts and all that. By the way, springtime, get ready, biker shorts, all that stuff for the women, short sets for the men.
Dad hats.
Oh, dad hats gotta come. When I make this stuff for y'all, just know, y'all may look at me like, okay, you be fly, you do. I want y'all to be fly too. I want y'all to style it your own ways. I don't care if you cut it up. You throw some blue shoes on with a red shirt. I know y'all gonna kill it. I see, hey, when I make them, I'm like, oh, I know they gonna kill this. You know what I'm saying?
You know I rock it with the brim and the boots.
Yeah, I mean, different. Different. I love to see that too, because he got it. He put his own flavor on it. That's the key, man. You gotta be you. And also that's the key with wearing these other brands and stuff, right? Don't wear them just because they popular, man. Wear them because you like it. Don't wear them because you feel like it's gonna get attention. Because guess what? Like I say, and I done said it repeatedly, it's in you, not on you.
Individuality gets way more attention than you trying to ride everybody else's wave.
See, clothing is like, everybody got their vices, right? Some people smoke, some people drink. Clothing is my vice. I love to be different and be an individual, and it's so natural. I shop off the clearance rack and make it look like $1 million.
I walk in the store with my shades on, got the rims, designer jeans, got my cowboy boots on, got my chain on, and they looking like, okay, he about to come by the store out. And I walk over to the clearance rack and start looking through it. Pretty much the rich gets richer because they don't spend.
Right.
It's like you got that one dude in the hood that went and bought a real Cuban link with diamonds in it. But when everybody else see him, your first thought is, that's a burger chain on real. And he didn't spend all his money. His lights is off, his card note, he can't keep up with nothing. But everybody thinks it's fake. But then somebody like LeBron James, even though he probably wouldn't, but I'm just saying, somebody like LeBron James could go buy him a fake Cuban link. And everybody's gonna know it's real.
Yeah, just because he got money. That's a crazy analogy when you think about it. That's another thing. When you individual and you creative and you actually can come up with concepts. My homie Seth Dot, my homie Jay, he actually I paid him to come up with this concept. I told him my ideas and he brought it to life. Shout out to Seth Dot. And he designed it and I said, man, that's perfect. When I seen it, I said, let me get those. With the designs, let me just get those. It's all about creativity, man. A lot of people want to do what everybody else do. And that's another reason why you don't speedball your process, because it's going to look like crap. And at the end of the day, I'm going to take my steps as an individual and I'm going to grow. It's a lot of stuff I got planned and a lot of stuff I got in mind. Which you done thought of, I probably thought of 2-3 times.
Already. So what made you start the business and where did the idea concept derive from?
All right. What made me start the business, number one, I did kind of touch on it before. It was the amount of money I was spending on different designers. That's what made me kind of do it. And then also as well, I wanted to actually contribute to the culture some way, somehow. Sometimes we can get so caught up in ourselves in our own world that we don't think outside the box of what can we do to be of service of the world, right? It's not just about me making money off clothing. It's about just bringing awareness, period.
Respect.
So every time somebody see a shirt, what's dope is every time somebody wear that shirt or they see my shirt, they all have their different definitions of what it means. They like, yo, Black Dollar means this. Black Dollar mean that. You might have a dope with, man, Black Dollar mean I'm getting the money. You might have, somebody that's like, at school, the class is like, man, I'm trying to aim to get dollars for, me as a black man or black woman, right?
How I view Black Dollar, it makes me think about, well, first off, support black business. Circulate the Black Dollar in the black community. But so then that takes me to the true Jews, the bartering system. And who started the bartering system. So we'll just go with what y'all know about the bartering system. I'm not going to say it was Black Dollar. Bartering system, it was trade. If I got a fish shop and you got a bread shop, it's trade. So I look at the Black Dollar as circulating a dollar within us, because we are the only community, we are the only culture of people that don't support one another, that don't spend a dollar within our own community. We're so quick to go spend that money, give it right back to the white man or red man or yellow man, whoever. It's almost like if X came out and showed up to some show that was a black concert or some black people was doing something, they allowed him to set up a concession stand, he's selling this brand, people would go, oh, well, who is it? This you? And it's as bad as it sounds, because we all can weigh this differently, but there's a lot more people that won't buy it when you say it's yours. But if you say, oh, it's not mine, I bought this from somebody else, I got this, and then they're more willing to cop it.
Yeah.
You know, and but then another thing that we do as black people is because X is black, and he's my brother. Come on, my brother.
Let me get the count.
Yeah, let me get the discount, bro. Hook me up, bro.
Yeah.
But let's say if it was a white guy selling Black Dollar, you are not gonna walk into that store and ask him for a discount. You're gonna pay whatever it is. But Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. You know, the one they bombed, the angry mob, and they flew over and they bombed it and they destroyed it because it was a community of black people only thriving, supporting. We had our own stores, own grocery stores, barbershops, taxis, businesses, banks. It was like we had our own everything, and they destroyed it. But that's what I view as Black Dollar, and that's why I love the brand so much.
I'm glad that you went in depth like that, man, because that's a big reason. Actually, a lot of what you said is a big reason why I started it too. Now, also, I wanna give credit too as well to Rick Ross. Definitely, he was a big reason why, you know, having that mogul mindset. He actually came out with a mixtape called Black Dollar, and with that mixtape, if you listen to it, it was one of his most low-keyest mixtapes ever, man. He really didn't push it. He really didn't, you know. But if you listen to what he was talking about on there, it was about real estate, buying a block back, you know, paying to this, make investments. And I listened to that album 1,000,001 times during one of the worst periods in my life, you know, when it came to, you know what I'm saying, me trying to grow as a man. And that within itself influenced me so much to actually own my own, because eventually I'm going to go in, of course, a need-based business. It's going to be deeper than just clothing, right? But, you know, a big reason, Tulsa, Oklahoma, man, we were thriving. Also as well, if you look at it, you know, where we are, right? This is Charlotte, North Carolina. South Carolina was the last state to free the slaves. A lot of people don't know that, right? And it's still plantation down there that they do tours on. I don't know if you knew that, right? So being down here has influenced it. I don't deal with as much race. I don't deal with really racism at all, to be honest, like that. I've seen it a little bit, but not too much. But, you know, just looking at the numbers of how it circulates amongst us, like the dollar bill, you know, us spending with us, is very, 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 very small in comparison to other races and how they spend the money. And it's not just because the fact that a lot of times we don't want to buy black, it's because we haven't hit certain areas at all yet. Like Killer Mike made a series where he was talking about, you know, only going to black business. Did you see it when he was talking about only going to black businesses for like a week or two? And he was trying to just only support black businesses, but he couldn't find nothing. He couldn't find nothing to a lot of his necessities, I would say. And that within itself, man, that's what this clothing, that's why it influenced me. This is the beginning. It was like, this is my start to say, I'm going to be fearless and just do it. I'm going to just do it. That's what a lot of people are scared of. They're scared to just do it. They want to talk about it. They want to be a part of it in a very minute way. They want to be like, no, I'm just here. I'm just supporting. But I encourage everybody to start something. I don't care if you selling beads with initials on it. Get into something that is contributing to the culture. That is your legacy. When it's said and done, I want people to say, man, Black Dollar, I remember your start. I want you to look at me and be like, man, I remember your start. I want you to go back to this, to the champagne room, and be like, man, he was the first one to actually jump out there and show in public his support for that man. Because this is the beginning. But also, I encourage strongly everybody. I don't care if y'all start a clothing business. I'm going to support you, right? It's deeper than that, man. And that's where I got my idea from to start the clothing business. It was a start, and it was just me seeing what was going on around me and wanting to contribute to the culture.
And when did you actually start? Because
The idea
the different when is different. Depending on how you're talking about, when did the idea formulate? When did I start saving for? When did I? I guess what I'm asking is, when did you actually like you said, get started?
Yeah.
Well, first off, you got to realize what type of person you are, because fear is false evidence appearing real. Am I a person that's afraid to fail, or am I a person that's afraid of success? And it's a real big difference, because the person that's afraid of success realize that, you know what, I know I'm going to succeed at this, and they procrastinate because with that comes change. I got to stop doing this. I got to wake up early. I got to start working out. I got to save money. I got to stop chasing women.
There's a lot that comes with it.
A lot that comes with it. You know, you got to buckle down. To separate business and pleasure. You can still have fun, but some it can change up for different people. That's the ones that's afraid of success. But I think that's one of the major ones. Is because I find myself procrastinating, and it's like, why am I procrastinating? I'm enjoying sleeping till 11.
Right.
I know I'm gonna be essential to this, but it's like, damn, I'm procrastinating, or I know I'm about to start, but instead of me getting started, I get up and start, or doing everything to stop me. But then those ones that are afraid of failure, they don't get started because they're afraid of not making it. Just get started.
Right.
Just get started, and nothing can be perfect. If you're waiting for something to be perfect, like it's like this: anything new you can't be ready for. I forgot who said that. Just work out the kinks as you're going. Get started. Work out the kinks. Learn the lesson.
To trail back to your question though, like when I got started, I'm gonna be completely honest. It started really back in, I say 2015 when I first moved to Charlotte. Right. I'm just gonna be honest. That was probably the brokest time. I'm saying as a man, me transitioning to being on my own. I've been right, and as you know, when you're broke and when you don't have money is when you're at your most high, I would say, creatively. I don't care with nobody. That's why a lot of rappers, once they get big, people are like, yo, I can't relate, or yo, what is he talking about? That's because he's now speaking for people that are on the level that he is on, right? But they're not speaking for people that's at the lower level a lot of times anymore. And that's what certain songs, they may trail back every now and then, but that's because they done built up. That's like a person being rich their whole life and trying to relate to, poor people, man. So, when you are at the poorest, you creative, you know what I'm saying? You ever been out of money, you needed money at a certain time, and for some reason, even though you had no sources or thought you didn't, you come up with that money by that due date, right? So I was creative at that time, and that's when it was like, and that was 2015, and that's when I was like, man, I should do clothing. I was just thinking what I should do. Because at that time, I sold all my clothes. I sold my shoes. I probably had like 2 pairs of shoes. And I moved down with like 30, 40, you know what I'm saying, from dating. And then in my clothes, I probably had like, 4 or 5 good shirts, a couple pairs of jeans. I sold everything. My jewelry, everything. And then at that point, I still was like, man, I'm fly. I'm a fly person. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I come out with a clothing brand, people gonna rock with it. Cause I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at that time, I felt like it's when I got started mentally. Now, when I got started financially was 2018 to 19. That's when I said, man, I started making good money. And I said, you know what? I'm working for a job right now, right? What's my business outside this job? I don't mean a business as in a company. I mean, what am I doing outside of this job? Outside of, of course, I'm going to be a father. I'm going to do all the necessary stuff. But I'm talking about what am I doing hobby-wise or extracurricular-wise outside of partying and having fun, right? So that's what influenced me to say, you know what? Let me go and get this started. I had this idea in my head for years. Why am I playing? I'm making the money to do it. And also me saying, I don't care what anybody thinks or when anybody feel like I should start. I don't care about it being perfect. I'm going to just start and do it, right? Because I still got kinks to work out, right? I'm not all the way where I need to be. But at the same time, I'm not in the beginning no more. Yeah. Now it's like, what color is next? And what am I, when I'm going to pull this website up? I have other thoughts in my head. So that is what it is, man. It's all about getting started, man, because I think some people are so scared of people having an opinion because we are in an opinionated world with this internet thing. But you know, me, I was doing stuff before the internet. I knew people before the internet. I was getting fly before the internet. I actually didn't used to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? I never liked pictures. I used to actually purposely avoid the high school pictures and all. I used to purposely do that. Even though I knew it, if I needed to, I could get fly. So with that being said, what you got to say about me on the internet or whatever else, that's not going to bother me. So the fear of me jumping out there and having something, even if people didn't like it, it was gone. I was like, I'm just going to do it. And at the end of the day, that's what got me started. And that's when I started. So, yeah.
So two more questions within that.
Yeah.
How's your business doing right now?
It's actually doing great. I'm going to be honest with you. To me, it's where I'm at now. I honestly couldn't have imagined it would be to that point. Because it's to the point now I'm consistently making money off of it. And I didn't think that it would be that quick, which is why I'm making adjustments to move forward and level up and do what I got to do to make sure my business is in place to be able to pretty much take in the demands that I'm getting. And it's doing great, man. To be honest, it's bad when it's like your main problems within your business, right? Is, dang, which order should I start? You know what I'm saying? It's like, should I start on this tonight or should I do it in an hour? You know, it's like, should I do it right now? That's my problems. My problems is, you know, let's go ahead and get this knocked out right after I get off work.
Let's get to it.
Because if you've ever received a package from me and I shipped it off, you know it's going to get there. You put your order in, you like, dang, it came that. Yeah, because I'm already, that's my problem. My problem is I don't be wanting to waste time. Yeah. I be like, let me get this. I'm like, what, you want it? You want it? Okay,
let's get
it's
to
sent
it.
through. Let's get it. So that's the problem that I have. And I've had people like, yo, you need to put a time frame on it. Like, it need to be, you know, and eventually you might get to that point with when the demand rises even higher. But right now I'm just like, I'm banging it out. So that is more of my issue. It's to the point, you know, my son even love me to when I'm working and stuff like that. He watching me too as well, because I gotta set the example, of course. But yeah, man, that's my issue right now. You know, my issue is getting it out.
That's a good issue.
I'm getting it out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting demands.
That's a good part. That's a good piece to have about you, because
definitely
your whole personality. I mean, I don't even know what your personality is.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's be about it.
Yeah, man.
It's like, I don't want to, because we know so many people that just all talk, and it isn't that you it isn't that you doubt them, because we all blossom at our own time, but for somebody that's about it, it could get frustrating to us.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, I'm tired of hearing you talk. Like, what are you doing?
Support is not always about financial. Support is sharing a post. You can share my post. Somebody can say, man, I want a shirt. And you like, oh, my homie got this brand. That is support to me.
Yeah.
Support is when I come out with a new colorway, you can put a fire under the comments. That's fire, bro. Respect. I'm a cop one. You don't even got a cop. I'm a cop one. Just because you making my comments look good. You know what I'm saying? You making people, they like, man, everybody copping here. Man, hey, all y'all, fire, I'm a cop. Yeah, I love it. Because at the end of the day, that's support. You know, I think where people get it twisted is too, as well, especially when you transition to owning your own business, is that it's all about financials now. Now I got to talk to you in a business sense. I'm still a human being.
I'm still me.
Man, you coming up to me and dapping me like I love what you're doing, that's support. I done been through it all. I done been up and I done been down, and I've been up and I've been down. So I know how it feels to be down. And I know how, like I say, how it feels to be up, right? When you down, man, sometimes you want better for yourself, and you may not see the light until it's time for you to see light. I feel like at the end of the day, you know, it's really upon you to make those changes, right? If you telling me, you may be in your sense speaking into existence, because you speak into a positive source, and you feel like that energy may rub off on you. Respect. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got plenty of people that, man, X, I'm blah, 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 blah. And I love to hear it too. Like, damn, you got ideas of getting better. I don't care what you got ideas of getting better. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. I'm going to keep saying do it. I don't care if you say, yo, dog, I'm doing this, and you don't. I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm excited for you. I'm happy. Is there any way I can help in any way, shape, or form?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I may not be able to, you know what I'm saying, put all the money in the world towards what you're doing.
But I'm all support.
But I'm all support.
Even
here.
Even if you blew what is it, ball face line.
Yeah, you can ball face line.
Do it.
But you know what?
Do it.
But you know what? I love it because it's like, man, that's really in your mind. To say that, it has to be really on your mind.
Is it something you always wanted to do? And what I mean by that is like, can you say you saw this for yourself as a kid?
I'm a different dude, man. So I'm gonna tell you like this. I've always had realistic goals, in a sense. Now, don't get me wrong. I've had a very
You ever dreamed of being an astronaut?
No.
You didn't want to be an astronaut?
I say the only dream I had that was like crazy and it was possible, but I didn't put the work ethic in, was to be in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was big. Every kid wants to be something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was a kid, and man, I wish my mom was here to tell you. I'm a man. Listen, I wish my mom was here to tell you. I told my mom, believe it or not, in 2nd grade, around that area, that I want to own a business.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told her I wanted to do. Listen, a lot of times when I say stuff, I try to go for it. So, for example, that I told her I was going to go to Wright State, which I did. I didn't graduate, but I did it. And then, you know, at the end of the day, like, even with the car I'm driving now, it's not the best car in the world, but I aimed for that. I said, this is what I want. I set realistic goals for myself, and I actually achieved them. And the thing is, I actually wanted to own a business. Like, so, in a sense, this is kind of what I've been wanting to do, but I want to go into a need-based business because I want to be able to help people and then also make sure I can take care of me and mine. I think what I'm doing now is getting into what I wanted to do.
Have you always been a goal-oriented, driven person? And I can tell you, even though he's been answered that, and the question is, have you always been a goal-oriented, driven person?
Yeah.
Well, you can see throughout this conversation that's obvious.
Yeah.
But the reason I like to still bring that forward because some people aren't.
Yeah.
And still they change.
Right.
Or something happens or something, you know, and so just because you might be viewing yourself like you flunked out of college or you flunked out of high school and just played around a lollygag because I screwed up my football. You feel me? Like, that's a whole nother story.
Right,
you know, but it's like, you know, sometimes you start to think that just because you've been a little lethargic, a little complacent, that you can't start dreaming now or, you know, you can't blossom. We all blossom at our own times. But so I just want to put that back out there, even though the answer is already prevalent. Yes, you've always been. But I wanted to throw that back out there.
But one thing I'm gonna say though, it ain't always perfect. It ain't as always perfect. Like I say, with the college thing, stuff like that, it may not have went the way I wanted to go. But at the end of the day, I still find ways around getting to where I want to go.
Yeah.
Right? I'm resilient. If it's a difficulty or if it's a hurdle to leap, I'm ready. What does it take?
You're not afraid of pressure.
What does it
Pressure
take?
creates diamonds.
And pressure make me even worse, man. Because I'm like, what? This what you put in front of me? It might be the biggest this little thing.
This little squirt.
That's it. This is what I gotta. Okay, it'd be the biggest thing where it's up here. I'm like, this is nothing.
Just a little razzle dazzle.
Let me hop up here.
Strong army.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Respect to that, man. Give us the. So where do you see yourself or the business in the future? Like I want something. You said you set realistic goals for yourself.
Yeah,
and I respect that.
Definitely.
But because we know who you are, also know that you have them crazy. Because to each his own, right? I'm one of the people that I want to say something so ridiculous when somebody asks me what I'm about to do or what my goals is, that they look at me and be like, who the fuck do you think you are?
You like the pressure.
You feel me? Like,
you love the pressure.
Yeah.
That's
So
good. Yeah.
give me where do you see yourself or the business in the future?
I can say I admire that, by the way. But definitely, where I can see myself in the future with this business, or just me
with the business and your life, your lifestyle that comes with you growing your empire.
As far as with my clothing business, definitely. Eventually, I want to get it to the point. Oh yeah, my bad. I was babysitting so much at first. You thought it still had something in it.
Hey man, hey, look, X love the kids.
You know what I'm saying? Babysitting over here for sure. No, so when it comes to my business, man, I definitely believe that it's gonna be major. I can see celebrities wearing it. I can see little kids and grown-ups that believe in the movement wearing it and spreading the word. And the biggest thing with me, it's not financially where I want it to be. It's not as big as a platform I want to be. I would say more so I just wanted to get on influencers. That's why I said celebrities. I want to get it on influencers so they can spread the word on what it means. I don't care what your meaning is, as long as it's in a positive direction. I just want to see, and I can see in the future, it being on people to be able to spread the word and to actually get this dollar circulating. And I don't care how many minds I encourage. I just hope I can encourage at least 1 or 2 minds to want to start their own business and want to take the fear out of the equation and make something happen. That is what I care about.
Respect, man.
Definitely.
You know, I love this question. It's almost like one of those questions where, because I remember being hit with it. I mean, we grown men now, and we didn't heard this question in so many different ways.
Oh man,
I remember being younger. Like, how do I answer this question? Is it a 1-word question? Do I answer with 1 word? Is it a couple words? So I say a lot. What is your purpose? What defines you? What is your reason for existence? It's different ways of asking it, but
it's all one and the same. In a sense, it's really all one and the same.
I remember I was hit with it as a kid, and it was this random guy, and I think he was like a crackhead around the neighborhood. He knew my mom's on drugs, but he knew my mom, so my first assumption. But then one day he was walking past, and I don't remember what I was doing, but he just got chopping it up. Then he just asked me. He said, "What is your purpose?" And I remember being like frozen. And then I just start vomiting out the mouth. Just start saying everything. I want to do this, and I think it's this, and I keep looking for confirmation. Like, how is he looking? And then I'm like, did I answer it? And he's like, did you? And I'm like, and it was like, it was such a lesson, because it was like, it isn't about how much you say, whether it's 1 word, whether it's a paragraph, whether it's my purpose is living. My purpose is to change the world.
My purpose, honestly, man, and you know, I could bang that one out for you quick, man. My purpose is to serve others. That is my purpose. The older you get, I don't care, man. The older you get, if you don't feel like that, you self-centered. Your purpose and what you are here for is to serve others. It's to make other people better. I am an asset to anything I'm around. I pride myself on that, man. Like, hey, listen, if I'm a liability to you, cut me off. Get me out of there, man. Like, immediately. Like, hey, X, man, I love you. Bye. If I'm a liability to you, listen to this. If I'm a liability to you, cut me off.
Respect.
You hear this in it, man, I don't like that. I don't even like how you talking. Okay, cool. Get away from me. Because I plan to be an asset to everything that I'm around. Anybody that I'm around, I don't care if it's financially, I don't care if it's mentally, whatever. If I'm not an asset, get from around me. My purpose is to serve others, man. That's why I'm so into taking care of my son. That's why I'm so into, making sure all my people that's around me are good. Because that's my purpose. And it makes me feel good to do that. I'm to the point, man, if I go and I do so much for myself, I feel bad at times, because I'm like, dang, I need to, in a little bit of all that, what I'm doing for myself, make sure somebody else is straight around me. So what that mean, right? That mean your purpose to do what? to serve others, man. The older I get, the more I learn that purpose. Get better me.
Yeah,
So,
the answer is so solid. I heard that when I was still in high school, and it traveled with me all the way through college, through all my different experiences.
that was high school?
And then that was in high school, and somebody hit me with that.
Nobody.
In life, I started hearing the question in different ways, started to realize, oh, that's like that same question. It's that deep, like, what's your soul consist of, like, question.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but finally, one day, I was trying to figure out how to answer it, and then I just got to, why am I trying to figure out how to answer it? And one day, I just answered to myself, and I said, my purpose is to inspire and motivate people to change and grow in any way possible.
Yeah,
but I finally wrote it, and when I wrote it and looked at it, it wasn't like a deep thought, or I had to drag it, or I had to think about it. It was simple, because this is what I do. I'm a speaker. This is what all my life I've been talking to people.
That's it.
Trying to help anybody around me.
That's why you got the champagne room.
That's why I got the champagne
You know
room.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. You know, when you're younger, you learn and you growing, you know, you lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you find yourself and you start getting older and you start getting more wiser and more seasoned, it's like you start honing in on what it is you need to do, at least to feel fulfilled and happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people don't feel happy, man, because they self-centered. They think about self, and we live in a world now where it's turning into that. So our purpose is to spread love and serve others. As corny and cliche as it sounds, but it's reality.
Usually, like it's sayings that stand the test of time are standing the test of time for a reason.
Exactly.
Have you experienced any failure?
What? My whole life.
And what are the lessons that came out of them failures? So have you experienced any failures? Like, let them know, because people, you know, some people think it's a clean slate. No.
No, man. I don't. You know what's funny is I failed so many times. I don't even know where to start, man. But I can pinpoint. I can pinpoint a time I failed miserably. Well, it turned into a win eventually, but I can tell you when at the time it was definitely a big failure. I'm gonna just give one example. I remember going to Dunbar, right? Now everybody know Dunbar was at a time known for having the lowest test scores, right? So I remember being a repeat freshman. Yes, I was a repeat freshman, right? I remember the counselor, because you know we had the high school counselors. I remember having a meeting with me, and it was one of those little regular meetings where it was like, look, you're not gonna graduate with your peers. It was like one of them, you know what I'm saying? And you know, as a kid, you kind of like, whatever. I'm just, you know, I'm being cool. I'm skipping school every now and then. I'm doing whatever else. Mm-hmm. But then I realized at that point, like, wait, I'm not going to graduate with my peers. Oh, he the good one that had his head on the shoulder. But I done a lot, man. If you really check my track record, I've done a lot, right? So, you know, after that, what made it better is, you know, I took the credit recovery. If you a real Dunbar person, if you really have been into some stuff, you know about that credit recovery class during the school hours. I was at that joint with all the bad kids, listening to music, doing courses, but I passed them. Mm-hmm. I would skip straight to the test. I was always a test taker. That's how I got into college in the first place, right? So,
are you a good test taker?
Man, listen.
I'm a horrible test taker.
Somehow, some way, I would copy work and do everything, but testing when it was just me, oh yeah, I would get it done. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. So I end up graduating on time. By the way, I did. I graduated 2008. I went to Meadowdale. So after,
so you end up walking with your peers.
Yeah. So I
like you said, you love a challenge.
I did credit recovery at Dunbar. And
you didn't even know you had a challenge at that young.
Exactly. So I did credit recovery then I did credit recovery at Meadowdale, and I replaced all the bad grades with better grades, and I got my GPA up. And I graduated and I walked on time. So it's like, you know, everything happens for a reason, man. God put you through certain things for a reason, right?
Respect.
So, you know, that's definitely a time I failed, man. But I failed multiple times. It fueled my fire. I'd be like, let's get it. Now now next time I know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I don't feel failure at all. I don't fear it. No.
It's all lessons, right? It's victory if you find a lesson.
Exactly.
Why do you think people believe that they're if there is an easy, quick route to victory or a fast track to success.
Social media.
I think straight up.
100% social media makes everything look so good. Even with me, man, listen, I'm be honest. I don't post my losses, man, because I feel like at the end of the day, number one, you don't have to. And number two, I don't feel like that's what it's for. It's for a highlight reel, right? So everybody sees everybody's highlight reels.
That's what I was about to say. Most only see the glory, but never see the work
They
it
don't
took
see the work
to get you to the glory.
Man, they don't see the, man, listen, blood, sweat, and tears. They don't see the work that I put in. Like, even to now, man, I be up 3, 4 in the morning knocking orders out. You don't know when I get to work at 10 a.m. that I'm tired and I'm still waking up at 5, 6 every day. They don't know I'm tired. Then I got to get off and take care of my son and then jump from my son right back to work again, to my business. They don't.
Earlier, it's your tenacity.
Yeah,
but you
man.
never know what people are really going through or pushing or.
But you know what they see? They see the fly clothes. They see the, oh, you going out, you turning up. They see the you turning up.
Plus, you got great energy. We've all had our suffering stages. We had suffering stages, but right now, even though you're still putting in work,
man, listen,
your energy masks it masks the fact that I'm tired.
It makes me feel good to move. When I'm not moving, I don't care how tired I am. When I'm not moving too much, anybody that's around me know I don't feel good about that.
Right.
I be like, I still be doing little stuff like I need to, and they like, nah, chill out.
Whenever I'm not moving, my mind if I'm not moving, my mind gets to moving faster, and I'm feeling like I need to be doing something. My wife is wondering, like, what is going on with you? What's wrong?
Right.
And it's like, so sometimes I can have my little stages of sitting back and like really just bullshitting for a little bit, but it never goes over. This is if it goes to this point.
Right.
But if it gets to about a month, that next month, now I'm like, I'm antsy. I'm tripping. I'm bugging. My mind, I can't keep a clear thought. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I gotta grind. Like I gotta. It's something I need to grind. I've been bullshitting for too long.
A mind state of being a legend, man. You can't bullshit through life, bro. Like, and if you're not pushing yourself, like, I'm my biggest critic. What you think bad about me, I probably had already thought 2-3 times over. Like, I need to fix that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my thing is this, man. It's like, man, keeping myself busy too as well to keep me away from the bullshit.
Right.
And idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Stagnant water becomes diseased.
Hey, you feel me? So you bullshitting. We moving. You know what I'm saying? We moving. You bullshitting. You got to idle mind. That's why you thinking. See, and that's why a lot of people go down that one route. And when I say that one route, that bullshit.
Yeah.
Because they sit back, they ain't doing shit, and they looking at everybody that's doing something. When all it takes for them is to stand up.
Stand up. Move your
Get
feet.
to it. You watching everybody else do, and that's what social media does too. It's like, oh man, they moving it. When you can easily do the same, cut the fucking phone off.
And social media kind of it hinders and handicaps people because they get to pretend.
Exactly.
Social media, they get to act. Back in the day, I guess my days, like right when it was coming into, I don't know what I would call myself.
He trying to sound old and shit. Man, back in my day,
it was when Keeping Up with the Joneses was because you saw the neighbor across the street got more Christmas lights. And it's like, oh, I gotta up my Christmas lights. Or the neighbor across the street got a new fucking leaf blower. Or bought his wife a new car. And now your wife is like, I see Johnny across the street just bought his wife a brand new car.
Now it's time to turn up.
You see what I'm saying?
That.
Keeping Up with the Joneses, but now everybody's the fucking Joneses.
Right.
On social media. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's
shit, man.
It's
I be
crazy.
like, I see through it because when I see a lot of people out, I be like, you don't look like the 200-300 likes, or I see the guy be like, yo, where that watch? That car. But then again, it comes my flip side where it's like, I don't care what you're doing. Like, that's, you can put your whatever. I'm gonna just be a human to another human, and I'm gonna interact with you and be normal. I don't care how much clout you got. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I bust my ass, and I know I deserve to be, in a position where I'm not looked down upon as well. You may feel like you're doing more than me because you may got more likes than me. I don't give a damn about none of that. If you're a good human being, we gonna link up. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what matters to me. But I feel like that speedballs people process, man. It's like they looking at everybody moving or looking like they moving.
Did you have a pretty solid circle? Your peers, your homies that you ran with?
You know, the older you get, man, your circle changes, man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna talk down or clown anybody, but the older you get, your circle changes.
Yeah.
You outgrow people, or they may outgrow you. You know, I ain't gonna say in the sense of how, but that's what it comes down to. But I've always kicked around solid people. It was always love at the times that we kicked it. So I can't talk down on anybody that, whether around now or in the past.
No, I get it. But I mean, it still it still stands that you become the smartest person in the room. It's time to leave that room. There was no reason to stay in that room just because I move on, or just because I feel like I can't rock with you right now. Doesn't mean I gave up on the person. It just means that I'm moving at a different frequency. And maybe you can't hear me right now.
We done came to the end.
Yeah, we at the end.
Okay.
So, can you end this with any advice or something you live by? Can't read my own handwriting. Something you live by, and or something you live by, or a principle you stand on that you think can help or inspire others?
Man, listen, I hope that my life is an inspiration to people, man. I just hope how I move. I may not be the perfect person, but I hope just of me aiming to be the best, I can be the best version of myself, for not only myself, but for others that are surrounding me. I hope that within itself inspires people. What I'll leave people with, man, leave fear alone, man. Let fear go. Treat fear like the bad ex. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't want to be around you no more. You know what I'm saying? So treat fear like the bad ex, man, and go for what you want. It's not time to settle, man. Sometimes people settle because of what's comfortable, but at the end of the day, there's no place to grow in comfortability, flat out. So take risks, do what you can to be a better version of yourself so you can help others, because you can't pour from a cup that's half full. And that's just how it's gonna go, whether it's half full or half empty. You can't pour from it, right? You need as much as you can, right, to help other people. So do what you can to be the best version of yourself. And just remember, man, we put on this earth to serve other people. We not put on this earth to be selfish, assholes, and all that shit that social media is trying to make us become. Love is the answer, as cliche as it sounds. Show love, man. You know how that go.
You already.
Yes, sir.
Well, you heard it here.
Yeah, man. Hey.
On the Champagne Room.
Hey, man.
Let's see. We got the rest of this. Let's top this off. Let's give it a toast. Let me let you.
See, I killed it that time, bro. I wasn't babysitting that
time. Let me finish this little sip.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, you heard it here. Champagne Room. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button. Share. And hey, it's a movement. If you see this show, if you see the Champagne Room, and you ever want to be on the Champagne Room, whether you're in Charlotte, if you're in Charlotte, we can bring you to the Champagne Room. We can sip champagne. If you are in another state, I love popping up. More than likely, I'm going to bring some champagne.
And follow my IG, man.
Give your all your information.
Zeta King, XAETHEKING, the King, and BlackDollarBusiness. Exactly how it sound, man. Follow me. You know how it go. I got flavors. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. I got what you need. Let's get it.
You already.
The champagne life, where trouble is a bubble in a champagne glass.
Everybody in my party is
Rick James.
Pop champagne.